What is going on YouTube? BCD back with another quick video, and today, a little off topic but not really. I'm reviewing Hunger Games in 2023. I went on a binge not too long ago. I was just sitting around and guess what popped up on Netflix? And as we all are sheep, I figured y'all probably been watching this in 2023. And if you haven't, go check it out. It's not a bad watch. Um, I don't know. It's not a bad watch. It's a watch though. So check it out in 2023, and I'm going to explain my thoughts, and maybe you have a comment later on in regards to your thoughts about Hunger Games in 2023. So I watched all four movies over the span of a weekend, and I don't know how can I say this. Um, I'm very much into the romance of a movie. So like there's boy meets girl, girl meets boy, um, those types of situations where it's like romantic or it strings you along for this final payoff or whatever. Very much so into that. It's slice of life type situations talking anime, but yeah, not much of it, but boy, do I love me a cheesy romance comedy. Hunger Games. I'm not saying that it's a romance comedy. If you're as cynical as I, maybe, but Hunger Games. Let me start there. I'm gonna start at Hunger Games. So Hunger Games, and I have a rating for everyone, and I'm probably gonna place them in that order. Hunger Games is my favorite movie out of the franchise or the books. Hunger Games to me was the one that nailed it and did it the best. Still best one. It had like high stakes. It didn't feel like everything was just a blur. Jennifer Lawrence was the first time we was introduced to her. She was, as you all now know, she's a great actor. Um, Not so much of the cadence I was looking for throughout, but as you can tell that she actually has some acting. Had the ability to act because she had to portray all this stuff. So Jennifer Lawrence did a really good job in Hunger Games 1. That's the first one we got the Peeta ugly cry when she felt like he was gonna kill himself for the berries, and we got that Jennifer Lawrence ugly cry. It's the most ugliest cry I've ever seen in my life, but it's impactful. And not the way you think. It was impactful to me because it stuck out to me because I've always thought her ugly cry was just so oversold, but it was cool. Whatever. I saw it again. It still made me laugh as much as it did the first time. Um, yeah, it had the best one. It still had like Lenny Kravitz. I think his name Lenny Kravitz. I forget his name now. The black guy. Let me try to wrap this up and be concise on what Hunger Games was. Hunger Games was the introduction to the world. Hunger Games was the best, in my opinion, adaptation um, for the series. I don't know how the books go, so never mind. I can't say the best adaptation for the series. It's just the best one I watched out of all the four. It still had Rue. My girl Rue had motion in it, had high stakes, and it had the best plot. Um, Catching Fire was still good. They still had a Hunger Games, so it had the action still, sort of. But it introduced a lot of more lovable characters, or at least characters that you found to want to get more understanding behind. They were interesting in some way. At least they provided additional characters to hold the weight there, and they delivered. Jennifer Lawrence and Peter's relationship continued to blossom, whatever you may call that, and it felt like they were still together. As they were still together, that made the most sense. Like once they kind of started to separate, that's when the kind of break down. And that leads me to Hunger Games Mockingjay Pt.1. By far the worst movie out of the series. And then Mockingjay Pt.2 is a close second. And only reason that they are because the ending I didn't enjoy. It felt like it was a shift. Like I said, I'm into the romance. It was a shift. Peter didn't like her when they were separated. You could tell that that chemistry was missed on screen, and it just felt so, I don't know, rushed, boring. I'll pick one. I don't know. I'm not displaying all of my notes and what I was thinking because right now emotion is driving it, and I just didn't like those movies. They just didn't feel good to watch. Um, like I said, when they removed Peter and um, Katniss' relationship from being like the main focus, I mean, they were still the main focus, but it was just more annoying that she was just trying to do everything to get back to him. It didn't feel like developmental type relationship. It just felt like you gonna destroy the world for one person. So it just didn't feel right, and it didn't feel good to watch. And you honestly didn't have nobody to root for in that movie. It just didn't feel like you were rooting for Katniss, and you didn't feel like you were rooting for the resistance. It just didn't. It just all of it was just like discombobulated. So um, we all know we hate the Capitol, but that doesn't that's not enough for me. So Mockingjay Pt.1 was by far like the worst one. And then you go into Mockingjay Pt.2. They try to give you a sweet ending at the end where they're with the kids and it's all nice and joyous and um, uh, I don't know. I don't know. It didn't hit. It didn't. It wasn't up to snuff. That's all I'm gonna say. It wasn't up to snuff. And me just sitting here judging it, I guess that's bad. But that's what I'm doing. That's what's happening. I'm judging that movie based off of the crap that they were showing me. Hunger Games again. Hunger Games and Catching Fire were fine. Peter and her were still together. Just once that fell apart, it's like they were, I don't know, like something was missing. The core was missing at that point. So that's pretty much it, though. That's all I want to talk about. Thank you guys for watching. It's just a ramble episode. This is probably by far the most rambling I've ever done, and I'm still gonna put it out because I said I would. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I catch you in the comment section about how ridiculous and all over the place I am. But before you get in that comment section, just remember this. I said Hunger Games was the best one. Hunger Games Catching Fire, second best. Pt.2, third best. Pt.1, last. And honestly, I could do without both Pt.1 and 2. They could have wrapped it up with Catching Fire and let them escape together. And we would have never seen the resistance. We'd never seen the end. And I would have been fine with that. But this is what we got. So this is what I'm judging. So 2023 Hunger Games is still a fun watch. I don't think you'll be bored. But yeah, it's not good. I don't see how these were like blockbusters. But I think Jennifer Lawrence still acted her butt off. And, Mahershala Ali, sweet gem of the Mockingjay parts 1 and 2. He did a great job. So yeah, that's it. I'm done. I'm gonna keep rambling and talking about it, and I'm not even gonna get to a point. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. I'll talk to you all in the next video. Peace.